Well, it seems like since last time, I mean, I've definitely seen an improvement.
Thank
Like
you.
in terms of like the content and the way you harmonize.
Yeah, cause I was just listening to my old songs the other day, and I was like, man, I don't even want to like listen to it no more. But
That's
it's
a
like,
good thing. That means you're getting better.
right,
Like for example, like "Oouuh" is the number one song on Spotify right now for
yeah,
you. It's at 14 million views, and that's kind of like a love song.
nah,
You don't think so?
nah,
What would you
not at
call
all.
that?
A fuck song.
A fuck song?
Yeah,
What's a
I know you want me to fuck.
yeah?
I'm on this what you want me to do. Kill a pussy.
Yeah,
Bang.
yeah. I feel you.
I might
Kind of like
make
a
it
gangster
do.
love song, kind of in a way. What was the when you were doing that song? What was really the
You know, I had wrote part of that hook in jail. So I think I was playing cutthroat. And somewhere I had started saying that, ooh, know what you want me to do. You hear me? So I was like, I need to make a song out of it. But I had never worked on it. So then when I did the Honor video, I had just thought about it. He made a lit melody to it. And I said it and I freestyled the rest. And people just liked it.
yeah? I mean, you think that's your biggest song? Period.
Yeah, definitely.
So like when you perform, that's the song that people
Yeah.
really want to hear. Congrats, man.
Thank you. It'd
Congrats.
be gold right now if I wouldn't have put the video out on World Star.
Okay. Oh, because on World Star doesn't count towards your views.
Yeah, but at the time I wanted to build my fan base, so they helped me out. So
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta look at the bigger picture.
yeah,
If it makes sense
it'll
on
be there
a
one day.
yeah, it's all good. Well, you mentioned jail a couple times. You're on parole to 2023
Yeah,
as a first time offender. So how many total years of parole did you get?
5, because I did 2.5. I got 7-year sentence.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So with your 7-year sentence, you did 2 in prison or in jail,
Yeah, 2.5,
and then
and
5. It's a
rest.
pretty good deal, isn't it? Not really.
Nah, for a first time offender.
Okay, but what were you convicted of, or what did you plead to?
The only thing they took off was my attempted murder. They dropped it down to legal use, criminal damages, aggravated criminal damages, stolen firearm, aggravated battery. Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a bit of charges, and still getting 2 years. I mean, I don't think that's too bad, is it?
7.
Yeah, but you're only doing
But
2 locked
yeah,
up.
yeah, but the thing is, like with my attempted murder, like I told you, like the dude did affidavit saying like it wasn't.
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and
We talked
stuff
about
like
that whole story last
So
time.
it's like there was no reason why, and that was like my first 4 months in jail. There was no reason why I should have been in.
Yeah.
Well, it's life.
Okay, so now that you're on parole,
Yeah.
right, which is different than probation.
Yes.
But what's the difference between the two?
Probation. Okay, so probation, you can let's just I'm just explaining parole first. Parole, your time. I'm really legally still an inmate.
Hmm.
And my time is still going. Like the 7. Let's just
Aha.
say let's just say the police wanted to arrest me or something, and I was going on run. Let's just say, because I follow all directions of my parole. I'm a
Right.
good parole. But if I was to run, my day's still going. So if I was to run all the way to my days out, then I'd be off parole.
Aha.
Yeah. But probation, once you if you get arrested, your time stops, and they can give you your whole probation time. With me, if I go to jail, they can only give me the rest of my parole and whatever they charge me with.
Okay, so if you're on parole and you're still technically an inmate, that means that there's, like for example, you can get searched and seized without any sort of due process.
Yeah.
Because you're technically an inmate.
Yeah, by my parolee.
Right. So basically, if a cop pulls you over, they could just search your car or whatever without actually asking because you're a parolee. Something like that, or search your house or whatever else.
I know my parole officer could, and she could order one.
Aha.
So I don't really know exactly if
Okay.
I'm not sure.
No, I feel you. So how's your relationship with your parole officer?
Oh, good. I ain't gonna lie. I never felt the piss test. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't understand how people get a chance to go on parole or probation and then still smoke
It
weed,
ain't worth it.
drink syrup,
It ain't worth it.
fuck around, do crimes, and
But
then
it's the difference between being a man and a little boy. What's important? Either you gonna get it together, or you can go back.
that's true. That's true, man. Well, I'm glad you're actually taking it seriously,
Definitely.
especially because
I
think
mean,
about how much money you would lose
yeah,
being
a
back
lot.
in
And
jail.
then another thing, a lot of people don't. A lot of these rappers that have been in jail and stuff, they never had to sit that long. They ain't never had to wonder if I'm gonna ever come home. You know, they born right out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never been up the road 5 different facilities around people with life 30 years. You know what I'm saying? To see what that's like.
Right, because at one point you were facing attempted murder,
Yeah.
which would have had what kind of penalty in Baton Rouge? Because they don't play over it in Baton Rouge.
I can't remember, but all together I was facing up to 40.
40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Baton Rouge is one of these places that are just like, they just go hard on inmates. Like, Boosie was facing a murder and he was on death row, even though he wasn't convicted of murder yet. Usually they put you on death row once you're convicted, but in Baton Rouge, they'll stick you on death row when it's
they'll put you
when you're
like,
still innocent, technically.
I done literally been in a dome with people with traffic tickets. A person with life sitting right here, a person with traffic tickets. This person, he got a year. Like, they'll throw you together.
So they basically just want people to kill each other. Essentially, you throw someone with someone in life in prison.
I don't really care.
Yeah, because I interview a lot of the OGs that have done,
Time.
30 years, 35 years. Like I remember when I interviewed Lil D, and he had done 35 years, and I said, I mean, think about it. He went in the 80s, and he got out.
I had a dude I was in jail with. We was talking about music and stuff. Like, well, somebody brought him up to me. So like, okay, I want to check him out. Like, and I think I asked him about a rapper. He like, man, the last person that was hot when I came to jail was Run DMC.
Right. Yeah, because time stops pretty much for everyone in prison. But he was telling me about how, I said, what was the biggest difference when you got out of prison, when you're back in America and it's a whole different place? And I would have thought he said, oh, there's the internet or, music or whatever. He said, no, the biggest difference was I would walk around and people would be on their phones and they would bump into each other
And
don't say nothing. In prison, if you do that,
gonna fuck you up.
You could die that day.
I was in another world, man. Like I was the look that was on me was like a person that you just let out of a cave. I mean, that's how long I had been gone. Like when I seen all these people on their phones with their head down texting and bumping into each other, man, it freaked me out, man. Because it was these people was moving so fast, right? And then in prison, you got to be kind, man. You got to say, excuse me if you bump into somebody, man. You got to say, excuse me. You gotta, because it's a respect thing. So when I see you people bumping into each other with their head down and whatnot, it freaked me out. And I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Depending on what camp you're in. If you're in a penitentiary, definitely.
The penitentiary, which is what he was doing.
That's why I say it's a difference between little boys and men. Like, a lot of people haven't been in those type of facilities where it can go down, where you gotta know respect. It's just like walking past bunks. If somebody's sleeping, you need to tiptoe, and even if he's sleeping, he can't hear you, you need to say, excuse me. Now, if he was to pop off on you, even after you showed your respect, then you in the green, good, you feel me? But if not, you wrong.
Yeah, I just interviewed Shaheem. He was a rapper from the 90s. He was affiliated with Wu-Tang. He ended up doing a hit and run where he killed somebody, and he did 6 years. And we talked about that same thing. And he said, and he was describing how deep it gets, where like if someone cuts in front of you in the food line, if you don't address it right then and there, it could turn into a major problem in terms of where you are. Like you gotta be instantly ready to fight that person, or else just at that point you're just a victim.
It's war. Skipping me on a line is war. We'd have to fight. I'm standing on line going somewhere, and here you come. I could be at the commissary line getting my bag, and here you come. Yo, what the fuck? You don't see me sitting here? That quick. That quick.
Man, just an ugly way to live.
Yeah, it's just about respect, being on your pivot at all times, and just you just gotta know how to move.
Yeah. Well, you got your throat cut at one point?
My throat cut.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
what was that about?
You talking about the cover of Pain Made Me Numb?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just like just some creative stuff.
Okay. So
I never had
no, yeah, because I was gonna say that's kind of a crazy.